someone who's watching this, a lot of the people, or pretty much all of our audience, or a lot of them are probably pretty into the privacy world. Why is it important for Chrome to give better privacy? And it's an important question because a lot of people in the privacy space don't care if the mainstream options get more private and more secure. But why should they care, and why is that something that you're focusing on?
The first reason is simply that Chrome has, the majority market share. And if you include browsers that are using the Chrome code base, which includes Edge and Opera and Vivaldi, it gets up near 80%. So having privacy protections built into Chrome or into Chromium means that we can really protect everybody. And I care more about just me and my privacy nerd friends. I want everybody to have this opportunity to be able to use the web privately. And I think there's also something important about what happens if the whole society has privacy. It means that we have a better chance of having a democratic and free society over the long term. That if a tyrant or would-be tyrant tries to abuse all the information they're collecting to, let's say, get rid of our freedoms or our civil liberties, that people will be able to protect themselves. But if only a small minority of the society knows how to use a private browser and is protecting themselves, that's probably not enough, because we all depend on each other, whether or not we're privacy focused or somebody else. So I think there's a kind of a cooperative effect for the whole society needs to be protected for this to really work.
Right. It's a good perspective to have, and it's a really important thing to highlight, because I think a lot of this mentality comes from I'm private and I'm using privacy tools, so why shouldn't anyone else? If they're not going to understand why this is a big deal, then that's their problem, which is not healthy, because everyone being private actually still helps you. So even from a selfish perspective, if other people are more private, it means that if your mother has your contact in their contacts list and they use Facebook on their phone and they're sharing your contacts list with Facebook, Facebook has your phone number and your first and last name. That's just one out of several examples of why this is important. Your family member does a DNA test. That involves you too. So these things, everyone else being private also helps you as well. So even from a selfish perspective, I don't understand why people would not want. So I'm kind of ranting here, but I think it's an important thing to highlight. So I'm glad you said it.
I completely agree. But I think even beyond the selfish perspective, I think most people, they do also care about other human beings, even ones they don't know. It's, as they like to say, privacy is a human right. It's on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 12, that you have the right to privacy. And we really should be preserving that, because it has fundamental implications for our survival as a species over the long term.